The Good Guy Experience.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good, guys. I'm your host, KJ. But tonight, I'm the Nasty Nine. Hiya.
Nasty.
How y'all doing tonight? We got to the right of me, we got my homegirl, the one, the only Black Pearl that is in the building, everybody.
Hey, guys.
And also on the panel tonight, we got the homie Tyrone in the building, everybody. Give him some love. Give him some love.
Black Tar.
Yeah.
So, look, it's been a while since we've been on live, guys. How you feeling? The nervous jitters out?
I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
Stay ready. You gotta get ready. That's what the pimp told me.
We are a minute and a half behind time. I must be nervous. We had technical difficulties, guys. Sorry about that. We're usually on time, but we had technical difficulties tonight. But guys, I missed you guys, man. Coming through and just relaxing and woosah and just talking to the people. It's always a good time. It's always a good time to talk to the people.
Hey, people.
Hey, people, indeed.
Everybody that's tuning in tonight, we especially appreciate you for coming in and joining the Good Guy Experience. We got a great show for you tonight. We got a great show. But before we get started, Black Pearl, how was your week? How were you doing? Tyrone, how was your week? How were you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Did some traveling. Got some sun. I don't know if you can tell. Well, my melanin is popping.
We got a guest in the house, man. We got a guest in the house. I'm going to introduce in a second. Tyrone, how was your week?
Hey, man, look, I might as well be a referee. I need some stripes. I've been breaking up fights at the school. It's in the school year. Them kids trying to get they vendettas in.
I remember those days.
Put them in headlocks.
It's the last day of school. I got you.
I'm ready for this summer.
That's right. I remember. Oh God.
Man,
I remember.
It's been a crazy year. It's been a great year, man. I enjoy what I do. It's awesome to see kids, achieve those goals and about to be walking on that stage. I mean, even through all the stress and everything that they put that back, don't do that. It's amazing to see them accomplish those goals. So, I mean, it's those brief moments that you like, oh, I'm accomplishing something. I'm really making a difference. So
it is, and that's nice. But I'm tired of these kids. I mean, I agree with all of that, but
But on the other hand,
I love
get us banned before we even get. We gonna get us banned before we get started. Good.
Okay.
No, I love the kids, but hey, it's time for them to be home with their
Mr. Tyrone said he can't stand us.
They know how I feel about them. They know how I feel about them.
So, guys, we got a jam-packed show tonight, so we're gonna get started. But before we do, we're gonna introduce our guest for tonight, Mr. Justin Wilson is joining us, everybody. Mr. Justin Wilson, welcome to the panel. Welcome to the panel. How you doing?
Hey, Justin.
How y'all doing?
We're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. Say something to the world, man. Tell the world about yourself. What do you do, man?
I'm Justin Wilson. I'm from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. I always got to rep my hometown.
Apparently.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Did you say you from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina?
That's what he said. He said he's from the Rapids.
You from the Row Rap? You from the Double R? You
Double R.
The world.
Hey, I'm 5 minutes up the street for you, man. I'm from Halifax, North Carolina. I tell people Roanoke Rapids, those that don't know about Halifax. So yeah, man.
Where'd you go to school at?
Man, I went to Northampton.
Okay,
Yeah. I went to Northampton, but stayed in Halifax. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. No, I'm all too familiar with that. But yeah, so I teach now. I'm a math teacher, 7th grade math teacher.
Teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have been in
Black teachers.
Yeah, I've officially been in education like as a teacher for 2 years, but I mean, I've been around education for probably like the past 5 or 6 years. So something I'm very passionate about and hope to continue addressing going forward. So that's pretty much me.
This is my brother right here, y'all.
Representation is so important for us.
Yeah.
It is wonderful to see that all of y'all in the school system.
For sure.
I myself am not a teacher, and nor do I plan to be, but I'm telling you, that was what I wanted to be when I was growing up. I wanted to be the teacher with the big the big chalk in the front.
I was about to say, I'm like, where you going with this? Wait, hold on. Do I got to put my sign up already?
Not a rated R.
It's too early for
one of them teachers on the news.
Well, hey, listen,
I didn't say I wanted
guys,
to be arrested as a teacher.
and guys at home, make sure you you can always comment. Make sure you just being attentive. Join in with us. We love to hear from you guys. Who knows? You could be asked to come on the panel. So make sure you click those comments and everything like that, guys. We love to have you here. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started with the show, and as always, we are going to start with our hot topics for tonight. We got a few for you. Just before we get started with that, guys, I'm hearing that there was another mass shooting. Where was it? Tulsa?
Yeah, in Tulsa.
Guys, we can't say too much. I mean, we can never say enough about that. It's tragic. I'm hoping that something changes. It's never a good day when we hear things like that. So our hearts, our thoughts, and our prayers go out to the families, guys. Are there anything that you want to say about it?
I agree. You could have said it better.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know the solution. I don't know, but something's got to happen.
We should definitely have a show where we, talk about different opinions to solutions and things like that, guys. I mean, because something has to change. It has to be some type of change, guys.
I hate to sound corny, but we got to be like Michael said. We got to look at the man in the mirror, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. All right. So once again, our thoughts, our hearts, and our prayers go to everyone who's lost someone in the last week, today, ever who's lost something. I mean, it's been trying times, guys. It's been trying times. So our hearts and our prayers go out to you. So first of all, first hot topic. Warriors versus Celtics tomorrow.
The massacre will begin.
Jason Tatum, Steph Curry versus Jason Tatum. Who are you going with? Who are you rocking with? Who you rocking with tomorrow? Start with you, Tyrone. Who you got?
Hey, like I said on the group, I respect the Celtics, so I'm gonna say Warriors in 6. The Celtics, they'll get a couple. Warriors. It's a machine right now. Everybody's balling.
Black Pearl, who you got?
I'm a be the complete opposite of Tyrone. I'm gonna take a chance on Boston.
Don't bet your money.
Oh, really? You just never know. Listen, you never know.
So look, I'm about to sound real old right now. We're gonna go to the young buck.
No, I got the Warriors in 6. They got too many problems that I don't think the Celtics can solve. So in 6. I got them in 6.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, barring any like major significant injuries.
I like to believe in miracles.
Hey,
you just never know. You just never know.
I don't want you to bet your money because I care about you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Tyrone.
If you know me, then you know that I am a Laker fan. So there is no way that I could ever go with the Boston Celtics. I'm going Warriors in 5. And I want Steph.
You said in 5?
Warriors in 5. I think we'll give them a game. We'll give them a game just so they won't lose face. But I want Steph. I want Draymond, and I want Klay to get that ring and say, "Hey, look, we did it again without KD." Now I like KD. I like him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that exit was to say, "Hey, y'all can't." He wanted to do the the David Ruffin on me. Y'all can't do it without me.
Yeah.
So
like Eddie Kane out here.
We back and we better than ever. So that's what I'm going with.
Steph got something to prove. He got something to prove.
I've already said it the first 2 times we've been on, but it's all about that purple and gold. So I gotta rock with the Lakers or that purple and gold, baby.
Hey, look. So if Steph gets another one, does it put him in the GOAT conversation at all, or they just not gonna give him that? They're not gonna give him that.
I don't think they're gonna give him that.
Maybe top 15 for sure, but not.
Look at you being nice. 15. Go ahead.
Like I said, I don't put him in the GOAT conversation, but he's in the subdivision now. He's in the GOAT subdivision.
I mean, we can see him. Is that you, Steph? I think I see you. That's what that is.
He ain't staying in the house with the other boys, but he in the neighborhood.
I think he's already cemented as one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time.
Shooters is not even a question on that.
as far as the overall GOAT, maybe like you said, maybe top 10, top 15. But in my personal opinion, the only top 10s you got to go to get that from the 80s and the 90s, baby. And I know we got a young buck up here. I know you like, man, come on, stop.
80s and the 90s. What you talking about?
But I mean, the defense was different. Look who Jordan had to go through. Look who now these guys nowadays they give you the lane.
It was.
The next the defender is in the next town over. I mean, I'm like, come on. I mean, so
well, look, I hear y'all, and I'm a basketball fanatic. However, as anything, you only get better as time goes on. So it might have been better defenders, but offensively, guys are. I don't know what you can do with guys that shoot 30, 40 feet. At that point in time, everybody was playing at the rim. I don't know if you can answer when guys shoot.
If I had a guess, somebody would have came out and drop kicked them. They were hurting fools back in the day.
That's what was going to happen.
What do you say? Those Detroit Pistons. Those Detroit Pistons. They probably would have put somebody in the headlock.
Yeah, they all ran out and like punched you in the face. And after a while, you get
like that with that elbow.
You want to shoot as well.
That's your only cure for Stephen Curry or KD at this point is to try to hurt them for real. So.
Yeah, but guys are freaks now, man. These guys are 7 foot and playing like point guards. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a different game.
So look, guys, tomorrow, game 1, Warriors versus Celtics. Make sure you tune in. Moving on to the next one, we have Tank Davis versus Romeo. I don't know what his name was. I don't know.
That was ridiculous.
Man, let me tell you. I've never seen somebody talk so much junk and get hit so hard. This man got knocked between the ropes. Like you ever seen when Martin got knocked out by what was his name?
Yes, and they put him into the wall.
Tommy Hearns. It was ridiculous, man.
We got the play-by-play. So here they are. They talking a little junk. They get in the ring. Bam! Left hand. Nighty night.
Look, it's just ass
sleepy
up.
Sleepy time.
I mean, he was down, arched back.
It looks almost as if he's trying to get somebody dapping the crowd, don't he? He knew it was over.
Wait, I saw a thing that said, this is what you look like when you're trying to plug your charger in behind you.
It was crazy. He knocked his soul out of his body. His soul just flew away.
And did not stop talking trash after the defeat. I mean, he was still talking
trash.
That's
a true trash talker. That's what it is. To the end.
You gotta be quiet after that.
And Gervonta Davis reigns supreme. So, like I said, man, respect to both fighters, guys. I just wanted to throw that in there. I mean, a great fight. Romeo, is that his name? Romero or is it Romeo? Romero.
I wouldn't say it was a great fight, but
it was decent.
I mean, he got some power. He's got some power.
Yeah, he got some power. But he ain't ready.
Nah, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready at all.
He wasn't ready.
And rounding up our hot topics for tonight. Miss Monique, DL Hughley, where do you stand? Well, so what I'm gathering is both were supposed to be at a comedy show at which they had discrepancies about who was supposed to headline the show. Now, DL Hughley said that he was not going to perform if he was not the headliner. Monique said she had it in contract that she was supposed to be the headliner. They're going back and forth on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever the people use nowadays, but they're going back and forth in a heated debate with each other. I mean, they're going low blows. I have the real DL Hughley right here says all you have to do is check the order of names on the ticket stub from last night, and you'll see who's confused. Against my better judgment over the objections of my team and 4 other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. Oprah was the problem. Tyler Perry was the problem. Charlamagne was the problem. Steve Harvey was the problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be anything personal. At some point, it can't be anyone else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh. Not hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. Woo! Woo! I wonder who's next. Lord of mercy.
He put the pressure.
And he wrote his whole name out. Did y'all see that? He wrote his whole.
Oh yeah. Because she implied that DL stood for down low, like he was gay or something.
Come on, yo, stop. That's an old joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody really care about Monique like that right now. Like,
No, and can anybody say they're really surprised?
yeah.
I think that Monique, I really like Monique. I think that she will not be silenced. I think that she is a strong African American woman who has a strong opinion. And let me say this: I think that both parties lose here because I think that they're both iconic comedians, and I think that there is no real winner here. Instead of coming together and calling each other and stuff like that, or hey, I have a problem. We're out here. It's another black on black thing where two black superstars can't get along.
That's right.
I mean, let's handle this
They're
business
entertaining in a different way. They're entertaining in a different way.
I don't know if I have to be honest though. Neither one of them make me laugh.
It doesn't matter.
Comedy, like I be so quiet. I just be like,
The point is they're in the same industry, and instead of taking a moment to support each other, you took to the platform that you use to grow yourself, your career, to bash each other. We're not collaborating. We're not together. Yet again, two black people are coming at each other, and the world is watching. Yeah. I just think it's ridiculous. Like if you're my homeboy and we got a problem, I'm not gonna I know people do it, but I'm not gonna get on social media. I'm gonna call you and be like, yo, bro, I didn't like that you did that. What's up with that?
Right. He said they're not really friends. They hadn't even spoken to you, so they will just
but I wouldn't even answer you then. You're not even worth my response.
Yeah. And everybody got to stop hating on D.L. Hughley too, man. D.L. Hughley is funny to me, man. When he did the Kings of Comedy,
I guess. I mean, I understand it's human. Like, it's more witty than funny.
Going through the crowd, classic.
Yeah.
I mean, classic. I mean, D.L. Hughley. I mean, he's funny to me. Monique's funny. Monique. I mean, but you definitely have to put up your parental advisory if you're gonna listen to Monique, because half of what she says is gonna be MF FU. I don't give a.
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
And at one point, skinny people. At one point,
you skinny.
She's trying to be skinny, dancing her way into skinniness.
Man, I can't remember the joke. That's why I didn't want to tell it. But I mean, it was something about that. He was like, "Yeah, I hate what did D.L. Hughley say? I hate washing my kids' clothes. You get the underwear. They got Pokemon, Digimon. Who is that shitty man? I like to roll out of my seat when he said that, man. I mean, come on, D.L. Hughley is funny, man. But in the end, none of us win with that one, man. Guys, keep it behind closed doors. Uplift each other, say all positive things about each other in the limelight.
Yeah, we got other people coming against us. We don't need to come against us.
Let's lift each other up, guys. Let's lift each other up.
Lift each other up. I'm with it. Lift each other up. Let's do it.
All right. So, without further ado, as promised, we got an anonymous letter, and this anonymous letter.
Let the foolishness begin.
Amen.
It's a wild one. So listen, guys, we are headed into Black Pearl's anonymous letter.
Why is she biting her lip like that? What's going on?
Ow, you don't know what the anonymous letter's doing. You don't know.
She must enjoy that letter.
Absolutely. What letter is it exactly? No, I'm joking.
It's on you, Pearl.
All right. I am a single 31-year-old thriving Black woman who has been dating a previous classmate for 2 weeks. After he DM'd me about 3 times over 8 months, he finally suggested we go out. He is a successful single father of a beautiful 5-year-old. Now in my past, I've tried not to date someone in the past. But unfortunately that didn't work. Needless to say, 2 weeks of dating this person has felt like a month of disappointments. Straight out the gate, he was upfront on his full-time duties as being a dad, which I fully understood. I get that things get switched around at the last minute. However, out of a week, there have been 4 cancellations. How much of this should I put up with? I try to put things in perspective and ask myself, do I really want to go through this heartache again? Because I really like this person. Now his child's mother has fully moved in. She is married and has a baby on the way by her husband. Now my question is, if you DM'd me, you have made up in your mind you're ready to date and to eventually make time for a new person in your life. You said you wanted to get to know me. Your child will always be first, yes. But when you allow yourself to have someone special in your life, Then what? For him, it's been 2 to 3 years since he's dated, and his primary reason is because women cannot deal with him being a full-time dad and his last-minute cancellations. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Contain it, Pearl. We're gonna speak on it.
I was trying. I'm about giving people chances. Lord knows I want to take a chance on him, but it feels like my needs and expectations are not important to him. I'm tired of hearing I'm sorry or I'll make it up to you. Please help. Signed, a patient but tired sister.
So let me do a little we're educators, so when we say review, we're gonna do a quick little run through
synopsis. Go ahead.
Exactly. So what's happening is, in the letter, a brother from this young lady, she wrote us, a brother from her past DM'd her. He says, hey, I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to take you out on dates. As they are getting to know each other within a quick span of maybe a week or so, maybe a week or two.
She said 2.
Okay, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
They've been dating, but now she's realizing that in that 2 week span, there have been multiple cancellations. His daughter, well, I think he has custody of his daughter, and the daughter's mom she has moved on. She has a husband.
Yeah, but she lives in the house with him now, though. That's what she
what?
said. Let us go back. Hold up. You want a synopsis? Let's synopsis correctly. She said, now his child's mom has fully moved. Come on now. Go ahead.
Oh, she was side chick.
Hold on. Did she move in with her new future husband, or did she move in?
Well, I don't know.
Right. I believe she's saying she's moved in with her new, like she's moved on.
Okay.
But they have a child together.
Okay.
And he's the parent. He's the single dad, and the child lives with him. So every time they try to go out, it's, hey, nobody came to get my daughter, or I have my daughter here with me, or there's an excuse and a cancellation after cancellation after cancellation.
We ready. We ready, Nasty Nine. We ready.
She's bent over backwards, giving this gentleman chances.
Yeah.
We're
ready.
Before the rest of you chime in, because I see everybody, even Justin is like, look, man, I got something to say. So,
Justin's like, okay.
Before the rest of you give your thoughts, I'd just like to give my thought really quick, and I don't even have to say words.
I can't. Okay.
Please give your thoughts.
Can I, since I read it?
Go ahead.
It's Black Pearl's Corner. It's on you.
I have 2 things to say. A lot of people say that they know what they want and they're ready for things. That doesn't mean that they are. That doesn't even mean they know what exactly they're ready for, because we could just say, hey, I want to be a millionaire. Well, you don't even know how to save $1. So how are you going to know how to save $1 million? So I get that. And the other thing I want to say is stop romanticizing sex. Sex is sex. She didn't say she had it, but it's very obvious she had it. Okay? Sex is sex. Sex don't mean that we're going to get it together. Sex don't mean that you love me and we are building a strong relationship. That means that you broke my back and you broke me off a piece, and I am truly excited at what you did to my lower parts. But that does not mean we're going to have a relationship. And we need to realize that. That is all. Y'all can say what y'all got to say.
So what you said, she got her lower parts finessed, is what you're trying to say.
2 weeks. So 2 weeks. And you've been canceled off 4 times. That's not 2 weeks. That's not a real 2 weeks. You got some. And then you started getting second, because he's had time to smash.
Yeah, he definitely smashed.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Mr. Wilson. Who are you?
I mean, my thing about it is, I guess the first would be, it seems like she's putting a lot into this very quick moment, which is always problematic. I mean, just dating in general, to put, so much of your feelings into someone that you barely know. I mean, if I'm remembering correctly, like they actually haven't went out on a date yet. So to be putting so much emotion into someone that you really have not gotten to, it sounds like maybe she wants a relationship, probably more than anything else, but that hasn't been like that's not something that's been agreed upon between both of those two. And you know, I don't have kids, but you know, it's just hard for me to see how I could understand or whatever, but it's just she's putting a lot into it. She shouldn't.
We get it, Mr. Wilson. We get it.
I don't know. She sounds a little crazy to me.
Like,
Tyrone
about to say something.
Nah, she sounds a little crazy. Like she's, you know, she's one of them like clingy. Like you know, it sounds like she got smashed, and when you've been out on a date, it was a hookup, and you just
it was some good. It was some good.
Oh my good. I don't know. Must not have been to him because he ain't calling back.
Wait, but I'm just saying, if he's not romanticizing the sex and he's like, it's sex, we had sex, he's not gonna feel that way. But she might be like, oh my God, the way he did it to me, we gonna build something. No.
He probably saw the crazy and he was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead.
He said, you kind of right here. What's up?
Dudes do that. You know, when you see the crazy, it's like, she look crazy.
Some guys run towards it, but I get what you're saying.
He's like, I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna go ahead and play this kid card and let this go ahead and fizz out.
Wait, I'm not saying he doesn't have challenges with being a single father. That's not what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is you took a quick moment of something being good, and you are, because even the way she wrote her letter, you are building. You are putting the rose-colored glasses. Listen, you can paint that red flag purple. It's still a red flag.
Yeah.
Run.
And everything, and this some I've learned is everything doesn't mean the same things to everybody. Like
absolutely,
sex can be like for one person, that can be if we had sex, that means we're dating, and sex can for another person, it could just be, you know,
sex.
I got it done. That's all I need. So I mean, this is just in general, but before you deal, you gotta, especially if you want a relationship, you gotta make sure y'all plan to buy the same exact.
You're trying to build a house with no nails.
Yeah,
you got wood. Don't mean
no doubt.
I'm just saying. You know what? Just don't listen. Mute me.
I am very impressed with
nasty Just mute me.
So my thing is, he DM'd her 3 times over 8 months, and he suggested we go out. But let's put a pause on that right there.
Are you trying to say that other people don't get DM'd that much?
No.
Oh,
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
That means at that point, he reached out to you. So when someone reaches out to you, they are saying, I have the time. I'm willing to put in the time to get to know you.
Who told you that? Oh,
for DM?
No. I'm saying. Listen. I'm saying in her, how she should respect herself, not how it is. I'm not saying every guy has that. Oh, you know. I'm saying this is how she should view it. He came to you. He inboxed you. You didn't go to him, and he's like, "Well, I'm very busy right now." You know. He came to you. He's trying to get with you. So, in my opinion, that means that he should be ready.
You so married.
That means that he should be ready to take on the requirements of dating you. So that
means this man knew what he wanted. You know the saying, when a man knows what he wants, he goes after it. That's not relationship alone. That's
so let's ask a single man.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Let's ask a single man. What do you think, Justin? Does a DM mean all of that, or is a DM just
again that go back to the whole, like, everybody might be playing by different rules, because DM is nothing. I can send 40 DMs right now. I can get 40 of them off right now.
I get what you're saying. I think everybody's misunderstanding what I'm saying. What I'm
you're
saying
playing devil's advocate.
No. Because what I'm saying is, I'm trying to, because it feels like she wants to give him a chance, and she's feeling bad for not giving it. Like, oh, if I don't do this, I'll feel bad.
Or maybe she doesn't know how to set boundaries.
Don't feel bad because he came on to you. If he don't have the time, if he doesn't have the time to give you the needs that you need, cut it off.
You gotta cut it off.
Listen,
cut it off.
I told you she's crazy.
Well, yeah. So I think people
they write letters and do this.
Yeah, I think people need to realize that if two people come together and it doesn't work, it's not because you're not good enough or that person's not good enough. It's just not it. It's just not it. Right? Every fairy tale can't have a happy ending. It just can't. Sometimes we just smashing uglies and we're moving on. Lesson learned, check. Right? In this situation, it sounds like you need to set boundaries and not feel like it's a loss because you set a standard. Setting a standard sometimes takes longer to find somebody because you're setting a standard. If you just throw in your cooch all over the place, you have plenty of DMs, but that doesn't mean you're going to have the relationship you want.
And we're assuming anonymous user that you threw your cooch out there. We don't know.
B, you are not invested like this. if you wasn't smashing, I don't care who you are. What?
So you definitely think she was smashing? Oh, you know, I like the point down here.
Listen, 2 weeks. Out of those 2 weeks, 2 weeks is what? 14 days, correct? Am I right? 7 plus 7 is 14. Technically, she's been stood up 4 of those 14 days.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, 4 times out of in 2 weeks you've been stood up 4 times. Like, shit. I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry, but after the first one, you should have been like, yo, you know, I mean, what's going on? And another thing that we're not addressing here now, I'm not saying I want to give this brother the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying what he's doing, what he's not doing, but we're talking about this brother has a baby mom and stuff like that, you know, and all this stuff. Like, you don't know what this guy is doing. I mean, he's canceling on you. Don't know. I mean, you don't know this brother. 2 weeks is too soon for you to be giving him that much credit.
You don't even know if it's his real. Well, she said she knew him from the past, something like that. I think.
Well, shit. I mean, I knew people.
The point is, there
are
people who date for almost a whole year and don't know the person that they're with. You know what I mean? We are in a world where people play a part to get what they want. This is where manipulation comes in. This is where you have people who, and don't laugh at me, guys, that give you that devil dick because you're like, oh my God, he is blowing my mind away. But I'm just
devil dick.
I call it the devil dick. I'm just being real with
you. And once again, I'm going to take a brief
intermission to remind you. Woman, huh? What'd you say?
I said I wanted to take a brief intermission to remind you that this is this is why we put the show on at 9 o'clock because all the kids should be in bed. All the kids should be in bed. There should be nobody under the age of 18 watching this show. I want to say 21.
I want to say 21 too. But as a woman, I sincerely have seen other women who are the master manipulators to men. They keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing. This guy's like, oh my God, it's sex, but it's not doing anything. You know what I mean? Men do it. That's why I don't want it to be just the thought that men do it to women. And so that's what happens. So I want to go with my original comment. Please stop romanticizing sex. Sex is sex. It really is. And if you want a real relationship, you need to work at it. Now you need to ask yourself, do I want a relationship or am I tired of being alone?
It's like Tamara said, she might be really
right.
Tamara said it. Yes, Tamara. Yes,
she's ready to have a relationship.
Yes,
she's ready to have a relationship because she's tired of being alone. I agree. I think you hit the nail right on the
Yes, I didn't see that comment, so let me give that comment credit to Ms. Gray. So,
you gotta give her credit where credit is due because she killed it on that one. She hit the nail right on the head with that one. Gotta give her what is that you guys are school teachers, the APA citing. You gotta give it.
Jesus.
Facebook user says you often meet their representative before you meet the real them. Oh,
Facebook user, where your name so I could shout you out? Where your name? Where's your name? Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, you do.
And people think, oh, it's been 2 weeks, it's been 2 months. No, that representative can stretch it out.
And that's why you gotta wait, because when people are crazy, they can't hold it for so long. They be fighting that shit.
Exactly.
Crazy bust out. Then you be like, gosh.
I agree. I agree. So what is our actual advice to her? Because I'm gonna tell you what my advice is. I mean, I already showed you what my advice. I mean, you need to, get your standards in order. I agree with everything that you guys have been saying. I think that you guys misunderstood what I was saying in the beginning because I agree 100% with everybody is saying. You need to get your standards in order. You need to respect yourself. You need to respect yourself. And if you are giving up the cookie jar in that matter of 2 weeks and your head sprung over, I mean, hey, you got to do some searching within because to be at that level with a man who has stood you up 4 times and to even be asking that question, it's disrespectful to yourself.
Yeah, if
Now,
you get ghosted 4 times, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's disrespect.
Yeah.
Even in sports, they let you sit down after 3. After you miss 3, you gotta sit down. I don't understand.
I mean, that's just a signal. If a dude ghosts you 4 times, he ain't into you. Like,
Yes, Miss Gray. Yes.
We're gonna have to invite you on, Miss Gray. We're gonna have to tell you to come on to the panel. We're gonna have to tell you to come on, because she be coming with some jewels now.
She be coming with some jewels. Absolutely. I think my advice.
I don't know. I'm not gonna do that, because if you and Black Pearl together, y'all been change it to the good girl experience. Y'all been kicked me.
Nah, we be like the bad experience. My advice to the tired sister is, you're not tired enough. That's me. You are not tired enough. There's nothing wrong with setting a standard, and it sounds like there's still some healing that needs to take place for you to realize that this just ain't for you. Now, it might be for you later in life. Let it come back to you. That's fine. But my question to you that I want you to walk away with is, do you want a brother like this right now, where he's at in his life? Do you want this brother where he is right now? If he has all this great potential, maybe he'll come back around when things die down. See, I'm trying to be devil's advocate, when things die down. But there are plenty of other brothers that will want you. So you're not a tied sister. There's plenty of others. There are good men out there. They're just hiding from the crazy.
Mr. Wilson, it's on you.
Yeah, I mean, I think her biggest thing is just taking the weight out of the moment, but that goes to the whole, maybe she's just tired of being single. So anybody that's showing some type of interest, it's like, I gotta lock this in right now. And anytime you're desperate, it never really goes well. So just take the weight out of the moment, and play it for what it is. So I done
heard a lot of words today. Desperate, crazy. Y'all gonna have our anonymous user with this
DD.
Michael Jordan crying.
Don't forget the DD.
That's not a bad thing.
Sometimes you gotta hear the truth.
Have her with the Jordan crying face up here, man. I'm telling you,
it's all love.
It's all you, Ty.
We do love you. We want the best for you, tired sister.
Yeah. So my advice to her, hey man, slow down, stop sounding crazy. and I mean, it's just the truth. The truth is like alcohol to a wound. It stings, but it's good for you.
Good
point. So and just relax. 2 weeks is not that long to be this emotional about a dude. It's not that. It's not that serious. Take it easy. I know you're lonely. I wonder what is she. I wonder what she looks like. Is she like?
Maybe she's beautiful. She doesn't have to be ugly.
If I had to guess.
Let's move on. Come on. Right.
All right. So, anonymous user, I hope that you got some good insight from the panel of the Good Guy Experience. Thank you so much for your love.
I'm sure you're beautiful. By the way, I wasn't.
Please continue to tune in. So that brings us into our main topic: love versus lust. I think we touched on it a little bit. Stop using sex. What was it, Black Pearl? Stop using sex.
Stop romanticizing sex.
Stop romanticizing sex. What is there a difference between love and lust? What's the difference? When can we see the difference? How do we know the difference?
Yes, and all yes. So first of all, I know we go, oh, love is this wonderful thing, but let me tell you about some lust. Lust is such a powerful emotion. That thing got you on a roller coaster. You think, oh my God, this is it. Oh my God, look how we doing it. It usually has a lot of sex in it. Let's be real. A lot of, like we've all, hopefully we've all met that one freaky guy, freaky girl, and it's like, oh my God, no, Tyrone? No, don't answer. But anyway, lust tends to be really can feel as powerful as love. Let me just be real. It could feel as powerful as it. It just doesn't have the longevity of love. It doesn't have the depth. And I know oftentimes I find my male friends, they meet this girl and she's like introducing her representative, like we said, right? Introducing her representative. She's doing cartwheels. She's doing backflips. And they're like, yeah, Erica, that's the one. Or yeah, Erica, she's not, they're excited. The problem is you still don't trust her. You still can't be vulnerable with her, and you can't rely on her. And after a couple of months, it just fades away. It fades to black. You know what I mean? And when you're like, I really need someone to rely on, I want to confide in someone, that's not the person you run to. And I feel like that's when you start to see a difference. Like, block your ears if you're under 18. This pussy ain't worth all of this. It's just not. It's just not. And you move on. I'm just being honest, guys. I'm being honest.
Only way to be.
I'm being honest. Okay, I could say in a nice way. All of these sexual interactions are not worth all of this headache. Is that better?
Nah,
Look at you sound all professional.
nah, it's not better. Say how you feel, sister. Say how
I
you
just feel like a lot of the issues that we have now are people getting caught up in lust, but looking for what hard work goes into love. They're like, oh, I want that. Look how they together, da 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 da. And sometimes you got to realize the work that you put into love goes way past lust, way past we're having sex, way past we're excited, way past, like with love, you could walk in the house and be like, you know, your partner's like, hey honey, you're like, don't look at me.
Right.
Leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like it happens. Love takes work. Lust is real surface level. It's really exciting. It's really adventurous, but it doesn't have substance. It doesn't root into your heart, into your soul. And one thing that my male friend said once is there can be 5 or 6 girls that have my penis, but it's only one girl that has my heart. You know what I mean? Whether I'm with her or not. And I think that usually is the difference between lust and love. That's me.
I like DMX's quote, man. I used to love when he said, anything that starts too fast is doomed to fail.
Boom. What?
You know, what was that?
Rest
50
in
Cent?
peace. Rest in peace.
It was him or 50 Cent, one of them. But anything that starts too fast is doomed to fail, man. Like you said, I love what you said, Black Pearl. Love gets dirty. Love is ugly sometimes. Love is the work that you put in. Lust is the superficial. The icing on the cake is the superficial stuff. It's what I see my students walking up and down the hall doing all. Oh my God, he's so cute or she's so.
Yeah.
Cute.
Oh, look at her body.
It's things that won't stand the test of time. I mean, the lust, like you said, like our anonymous user, I believe she's in lust. I think that lust is
so powerful.
Has hit her very hard. I mean, it is powerful, you know what I'm saying? And you can easily mistake the two. And lust will have you out here putting yourself in unfavorable positions. I mean, you know, because you think that you are in love, you know, so lust is very dangerous. It's superficial. It's the superficial icing on the cake to me.
It's very surface level.
Exactly.
It's very surface level. I feel like it's just the work that you put into love, the loyalty that you put in, and I say this all the time, like a lot of people have these great passionate moments and they go, well, we're friends and we trust each other, right? But when it really comes down to it, like what if that person gets depressed or they lose their job, right? Love is the one that goes,
it's the work.
Baby, this is not where you want to be, but we are going to get to where you need to be, right? We are going to do this. Or identifying that something's wrong with your partner before they even say anything. You're invested. You know what I mean? So
well, yeah, you got to be able to deal with life and the things that come along with it long term. Yeah. Lust is, of course,
that's fun stuff.
It's temporary, but a little bit of it takes wisdom, maturity. I think a lot of times you get older, you realize, you see what lust is. Like me, as a younger man, from a man's standpoint, when you're young, you want to jump on everything. You want to see all the ass and all that, and everything's good. You get older, you realize that ain't what I want. That ain't even worth the trouble. You know, you get your money right. You're like, man, they ain't messing my money up today.
Yes.
Here, it's just and love is when you got somebody to share your life with. It's all good, man. And sex, lust, and sex, that's gonna fade.
It does.
So you got the person there. You're like, man, now what do I do? I ain't smashing every 5 seconds. Now you got
you do stop smashing every 5 seconds. I think for me, okay, so you said a good point, the wisdom, right? So obviously I'm not a spring chicken, but I think something that I learned about lust and love. So lust usually goes, what's in it for me, right? Mm-hmm. Even when you're like, hey, I'm doing this for this person, you're like, I'm doing it because I know he or she will do this, or I don't want to hear he or she get upset, so I'm gonna do that, right? So it's a very like you're like this. I'm doing it for this. So cause and effect. So if I do this, I will cause the effect of that, right? But love is constantly sowing. You're like serving that person, right? So if I'm in a relationship with someone and I'm just serving them, if you get what I'm saying, I don't mean like a waitress, but I'm serving you. I'm serving you, and you're my partner, and you're serving me. We are in a constant flow of
it's a flow, it's a cycle.
I'm pouring into you, you're pouring into me. I'm pouring into you, you're pouring into me. I'm talking to you and touching you and doing all these things in your love language. I am serving you with love, because love is not about what's in it for me. It's just
it's not transactional. Like a lot of this stuff I notice with like when I see younger people talk about relationships and stuff, everything is so transactional. Like,
oh my God, yes.
What's in it for me? What are you doing here for me? And and just the conversations about relationships and like, who's in charge and submitting and all of that. People, I think the language of that gets kind of hyperbole, because it all works together. Like I wanna protect my wife because she's my wife, because I love. It's not like a obligation because I love her and she wants to do things for me because she loves me. But from the outside, it's like, oh, no, are you, you're submitting or you're serving? But people have natural roles they fall into.
Absolutely.
Just as men and women, we have natural roles.
But we submit
what
to
people
each
are saying
other.
is that it's easier when people follow their natural roles for a lot of people. And so, and you do things for one another, I don't expect, I don't expect my wife to do heavy lifting. If I'm a big, strong dude, I don't expect that. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna do that, and she's more nurturing. She's a woman. She's more nurturing. So, she does a lot of the more nurturing stuff. It's just a natural role. Now we can both do vice versa, but it's just, but when love is involved, you do those things. You don't mind doing them. And it's not a servant thing. It's not a, it's not
you
like,
know what I meant by servant, Tyrone.
No. That's
hold on, guys. I'm gonna interject real hip right here because we haven't heard from Mr. Wilson in a minute.
Sorry, Mr. Wilson.
No, all good. I'm enjoying hearing you all talk about it. But no, I mean, lust is propositional. It's a very, you all have touched it where it's very surface level. But I mean, if we're being straightforward, like lust is something, again, it's transactional, propositional. Do you want to fuck? Yes or no? That's like, and that feeling just, it's that shiny car, like, oh, it's a new one.
Oh, yeah, but it's a lemon. But it's a lemon.
It's a new one, right? And I remember reading something maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, but it's the like battle between, not necessarily a battle, but chemistry versus compatibility. Lust kind of lives in the box where it's like high chemistry but low compatibility, where it's like, yo, she fine, like I really, whatever. But then you find out that
she crazy.
She got an OnlyFans, and I listen. Shout out to all my content creators out there. But you feel me personally?
Wait, did you find out she had an OnlyFans?
Yeah, she had the OnlyFans.
Yes, Katina. Yes.
But I think just in when we talk about love, we do want somebody that we have high chemistry with. Like we want
absolutely that when they're gone, it feels like something's missing.
Yeah, and then you want somebody that you're compatible. So do we share the same morals? Do we share the same goals in life? What is our outcome? And then yes, like are we coming together to? Do we have the same goal in mind? And that's what love is. As long as you both have the same goal in mind, then you'll make sure that continues to work. I think oftentimes, when we start to, mix up, and that's typically early on where it's like, dang, you feel that rush because both kind of start in the same place.
Absolutely. But lust turns into passion when you get
but both start like, yo, she really put it on me that night. And then it's like 6 months later, and you're like, damn, I really like her. And then it's like, yo, she was, and those situations happen. But I think they both start in the same place, but one just, takes off at a certain point if you all are compatible. So that would be my piece on it.
Excellent take on it, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
I think that yeah, man, that's gonna be your new name when you come back. If you ever come back on, man, Mr. Wilson. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a wrap. That's your name. Go ahead and change it right now.
So I think that you know, like we've been saying, man, lust is the excitement. You know, like you said, the new car and stuff like that. You know, the beauty of everything. You know, it's like the swan. You know, you see the swan. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Love is what's happening under the water. The feet kicking and everything that's going.
Come on, Nasty Nine. Come on.
You know, so you know, in my younger years, yeah, you know, I was less driven, you know, but being older, getting more mature, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning. Right. And I'm still learning every day what love is. I mean, I can't say it enough. Love takes work. So I talk to my students and I tell them, I love him. I'm like, girl, you don't know.
You don't know.
Boy, you don't know.
Have you labored in love, honey? Have you labored in love?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm telling you, I tell my students, if this person really loved you, they wouldn't have you out here doing the things that you're doing, fighting, you know, and all this stuff like that. So I try to tell my younger generation, you know, be patient and stuff like that, because that being in lust will have you out here.
Doing,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't understand it too, it will definitely have you out here.
Yes.
Jacked up, but yeah, love is something that you're continually, you know, trying.
It's consistency. There's consistency in love, right?
And I mean, my uncle has said it a couple of times, but being a single guy out here, like you meet a girl, and you know, I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, this is what our relationship is. Like, I really, and not being all I can be is straight up, right? But like, yo, this is what our situation is. It's not going any past this, so don't expect any like.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Don't expect the extra or whatever. Versus like somebody that I know, like I'm rocking with, and I'm being thoughtful. Like, what are the things that you like to do? Am I making sure that you're happy?
Right.
So, spending quality time.
Yeah, I care. I actually care about those things. Yeah.
Trust, I'm with you, Mr. Oh, he changed his name for real.
There you go, Mr. Wilson. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
It's official. It's official.
But I agree with you. I too am single, and I don't make any promises. I like to say I don't take long-term activities or make habits like I want something long-term if it's not long-term. I just don't do it. I have grown to, I don't want to break anybody's heart. Now, if you break your own heart, that's your business, but I don't want to break anyone's heart, right? And I'm being real with you as a single person. When you have standards in a world where people are trying to make lust into love, okay, it takes a little longer to find that person. But I feel like you can pull lust into love, or I should say you can pull lust when you start that road towards love, because it turns into passion, but you can't do it the other way around. It just doesn't work the other way around.
Do you believe in love at first sight? Do you guys believe in love at first sight?
Nope.
Love that booty, but
that's lust. Lust at first sight. Lust,
strong lust.
Love that booty.
So when we see this in these BET movies with the jacked up wigs and froze and stuff like that, say I loved you at first sight. So that's
you know what they're saying? I can't wait till my paycheck drop. Into that bank.
That's fiction, my brother. That's fiction.
It's
like Incredible Hulk.
See, look, y'all,
Spider-Man.
Y'all crushing the hope for these people. You know, they see these movies. I've loved you since I first saw you.
No. Find you a partner that can make you laugh, right? But also be all right if you cry, right? Be that person that when you're on top, they're on top with you, and when you are down low, they remind you that you could get back on top. They understand the complexities of who you are as a person. That is something that takes time. You know what I mean? Like, you want someone who can break your back in the bedroom, but also will break their knee to get down and pray with you because you're struggling with something. You know what I mean? It's like, remember, these are people you're meeting to create, most of the time, new human beings. Is this the person you want? You want to duplicate that person off of lust? That's why we have so many broken houses, so many broken homes, right? Yep. I think the other thing too is sometimes lust, you run into, you're excited, but love scares you because you're like, hold up, wait a minute. What is this? Right? Because it's like new, it's a different feeling. It's not a familiar feeling, you know? And I have a friend who said anything that scares you, sometimes you got to take a second look at to really understand why. And I think sometimes love does that to you.
People get scared at work too. People scared to put the work in.
Love.
I ain't trying to
I
put
L word you.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, we have to be careful because, I mean, again, and it just seems like everything means something different
Yes.
to everybody. But typically, like if I'm telling you I love you, it's I love you unconditionally. Like,
Yes, come on, Mr. Wilson.
you know what, situation, barring something super, but like if I fall ill, if I fall, something that was out of my control, then like, are you there? But again, a lot of times if people's situations change, so a guy goes from
So does the love.
K to 40, then people get real weird and realize that it wasn't it wasn't the person that they was actually in love with. It was whatever the lifestyle, and woo!
Sometimes someone loves you before they say it.
Yeah,
you just feel it. You just know, right? Like
somebody said it. Love is an action word.
You just know it. You just Here's the thing: love is going to be different for everyone, like Mr. Wilson said, right? But when you know, that's like that person doesn't just feed your stomach; they feed your soul. And again, when they are not around, something is missing. It is not the same. It is not. It feels like something's missing. And you can search all over you want in the valley of lust, but it will not be the same. That I can say from experience. That I can say from seeing some of my friends. They're like, nah, well, she look, oh my God. Oh my God. And they're going through the motions with this beautiful woman. I'm not saying that they're not beautiful, but they still feel like, but it's not like when I'm with this person over here.
Yeah, well, that's when it's real. This one is real.
So, guys, we've come to the end of our show because what I have learned is when I try to share it, if it's over an hour, I am not able to share it. So we have to keep it under that 60-minute mark. But I do want to say this. I appreciate everybody on the panel, man. I really enjoyed tonight's show. I want to thank everybody in the comments. They were engaged. Thank you. We heard some really great things from the comments. We definitely heard some great things from Mr. Wilson. We definitely want to appreciate and say thank you for coming on the show tonight. We definitely got to have you back, man. You came on, you killed it. Thank you for coming on the Good Guy Experience, man. Don't forget, at the bottom you see email us at thegoodguyexperience@gmail.com. Hey, send your anonymous letter in. Let us know what's going on. How can we help you? Even if you just want to send your critiques, criticism, things like that, or even just to say, hey guys, I appreciate the Good Guy Experience. Send it to thegoodguyexperience@gmail.com. All right, so guys, we got about another minute. Is there any final thoughts from anybody on the panel? We usually go through one by one, but we are a little pressed for time.
And I just want to make sure everybody remembers, man, check us out. Check us out on YouTube, Good Guy Experience. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that. Check us out on Facebook. And we are now on Spotify. So search for us on Spotify. And we uploading some of the older episodes on there too. So check us out. We'll be on iTunes is coming, working on that, working with some other ones too. Right now, check us out on those platforms and enjoy. And don't be lusting.
That's right. I just want to say, don't be afraid to put in the work for love. Lust is easy, I get it, but don't be afraid to put in the work for love. It will, if done right, it'll be a lifelong thing versus 30 minutes
or 2 weeks.
10 days.
All right. Wrapping it up with you, Mr. Wilson.
I just want to say thank you all to this experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I also want to shout out my uncle, man. I try to make sure I thank him at every chance. Think ninth grade, he allowed me to move to Charlotte with him, and my life has been different since, and I'm forever indebted to him, man. So
thank you, Uncle Wilson.
My uncle, a solid guy, man. But thank you all. I appreciate you.
All right. And this has been another show of the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good. Guys, catch us next week at 9 p.m. Peace.